Council meeting for December 12th to order at 7 o'clock. All town council members are present. Council, you have one item of business tonight, and that's the approval of the minutes from December 5th, 2022. So I'll entertain a motion on the acceptance of those minutes.
So moved.
Second.
The motion was made by Pogue, seconded by Dyak. Rivero?
Aye.
Pogue?
Aye.
Hendricks?
Yes.
Dyak?
Yes.
Barrington?
Yes.
Hefta?
Yes.
And that passes 6-0.
Do the pledge. Let me do the pledge.
Yep. Thanks, John. You're such a good mayor pro tem. Do you want to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance
No, I'm
tonight?
okay.
All right.
There's plenty of people here.
Would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So I'm going to ask Councilmember Pogue to join me down on the floor. We'll walk down together.
Get by all these chairs. We going to the center here?
The center.
No way.
So, for me tonight, this is going to be hard. Cheryl, you're my good friend, and it has been an honor of a lifetime to serve with you.
Thank you.
We came on together in 2018 and started causing a little trouble, and then
Name of the game.
I went on and did something else, but you stayed and caused some trouble too. So, but you know, Cheryl, Parker is so lucky to have you for the last 50 years, and your footprint. And I'm not going to make you cry. So, but your footprint is all over Parker. If we're working on the Cherry Creek, if we're thinking about recreation, if we're paying our 0.5% sales tax,
Yep.
if we're giving the prairie dog protection people 30 days to save those little guys before development starts. If we look at wildlife and how we protect them, you're all over Parker. And I think a lot of people may not know this, but Cheryl signed the certification of the election that brought Parker into incorporation in 1981. So truly, her name is all over. And as your last act, you, as an acting mayor, you signed the Recreation Commission, that you started the first one,
Yep.
and signed this one into being. So, Cheryl, you've had so much going on here. So, we, the council, got together and tried to figure out a gift that was worthy of you. So, we came up with a couple, and first is the picture. One. So, you know, if anybody knows anything about the Cherry Creek Trail,
Oh, yeah.
and about this bridge in particular. So Cheryl, what's the metal on that bridge called?
It's a certain iron.
Yep.
What is it called? I forgot.
Well, Corton steel.
Corton steel.
Corton steel.
We put those up, and this bridge swivels with the floods coming down Cherry Creek at the time. So we had to have something that we designed that would handle the floods that came through. And Corton, once it rusts, that's its permanent finish, but it doesn't destroy the bridge.
So Cheryl, like you and Corton steel, you know, you're going to be here forever. Absolutely, in Parker. But then there's one. I'll go grab this one.
Okay, and then
So-
the second thing behind that as well.
Yeah. So there is one, and council, I think you can appreciate it. I'm just standing here and hold it up. But you know, council, Josh Rivera of all people knows this, right? and in the back room and study section out on the dais, there really is only one way around here, and that has been Pogue's way in Parker. So Cheryl, if I could name a street in Parker, I would put this on Main Street. A little bit of Main Street, not all of it, but just a little bit.
Well, thank you. That's pretty cool. Well, we had our boats.
Yep, and then Michelle has one last.
Oh, well, thank you.
It is your picture, your council member picture.
Well, awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
So, and before you talk though, Councilmember Hefta has something for you as well.
Okay. And do I have a moving band to get this on?
Get y'all set up.
Oh, awesome.
So Cheryl, just to let folks know, Cheryl has been serving the town and the county in some capacity for over 50 years. So I just want you to let that sink in a little bit. 50 years. And so when I first decided to run, Cheryl was very instrumental in helping me understand what it means to serve on council and what it means to serve the town. So I'm delighted to give Cheryl a few gifts. I want her to remember her time on town council. And so there is a
It's
picture.
gotta be my phone, right?
It is. It's not
There
like a picture of all
Oh,
of us
thank you.
with the Parker Chamber of Commerce.
Awesome, thank you.
And you know what? Because Cheryl is a big teddy bear at heart. She can be sour, but she can be sweet. But one thing about Cheryl is she is a deep fountain of wisdom for the town and for Douglas County. And so we have to give her a few sweets for her to remember
Thank
all
you.
of us, because we loved having Cheryl on council. She was just a phenomenal person to work with and a phenomenal mentor from my perspective. Thank you, Cheryl.
Well, thank you.
So, council, any parting comments?
It could be dangerous.
No, I promise.
One more, I agree with Cheryl.
No, I promise. 4 years ago, Cheryl and I met for coffee at a coffee shop on Main Street, and she came in, and I had heard of Cheryl Pogue, mostly from my friends and neighbors at South Metro, but I had not met Cheryl in person to work with her before, and she came in and let me know how we were going to do things, and I and I had obviously been on for a little bit, and I was taken aback, but it set me up for understanding how driven she is. As it's famously been noted, we didn't always agree, but we actually did agree quite often, and there was a lot that we did together. We sat on many commissions together. We sat on liaisonships together, and sometimes having different opinions, and in my opinion, makes for a better outcome. And I'm a better councilman for sitting next to Mrs. Pogue all these years. She is a matriarch of a Parker family, and she has given her touch to this town. So it has been my honor to sit next to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Josh. You know what? It's always been fun because we agree and disagree. But it's been fun when we agree, which is more often than we disagree.
Yes, it's great when I don't have to be Switzerland, so between you two. But no, I've been with Cheryl for 2 years. I remember going to her house, just getting to know her in the beginning of my term, actually before my term, and there was some apprehension between both of us, but I think quickly we found out we are more similar than different, and I've enjoyed working with you and talking about things Parker and serving Parker, and it's it's nice to actually be with someone in real life, not social media, and you learn a thing or two, and it's been an honor to serve with you.
Well, thank you, Todd, and I really enjoy working with you as well.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's, I've been here close to 40 years. Obviously, Cheryl has been here longer. But it's always nice to have people who used to remember the old Parker. And I believe I went to high school with Cheryl's kids. She's been around this community even before I knew what public service was. And it's great to have people like Cheryl in the community. Like the mayor said, there was a little bit of, I guess you were causing a little trouble, I think, at the beginning. As Todd alluded, that right around the year two at the turn, Cheryl kind of came to me, or I was in the room, and she said, "We're gonna try and do things differently, and you're gonna all come over to my house, and we're gonna start talking." So we did that, and I think we're the better for it. So best wishes, Cheryl. You bet.
So I also had the privilege of serving on the Greater Parker Foundation board with you and got to know you a lot better. And I remember after our first meeting, I was very surprised at everything that you've done and contributed to our community. And you graciously opened up your home to me and you didn't know me at all and served amazing coffee cake and coffee in your beautiful home. So I just think that maybe we should have given you a golden shovel for all the trails you've dug in this town. And no, it's been a pleasure to serve with you, and you've been an asset to our community. Thank you.
Thank you. And you get to carry on with Greater Parker Foundation.
Thank you.
Diane, the floor is yours.
Well, I've been thinking about, what am I going to say? What's the thing that to me is really important that hasn't gotten done? So I challenge this council to spend more time looking at districting. Because when we have too much of a close population on council, we're not representing the rest of our community. And we are at a size now and, a growth rate all around where we have whole segments of our population that are not represented on this body. So the one thing I'd like to leave you with is a challenge to get that done. That's it. Thank you.
I brought chocolate for you just to.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing I brought a big station wagon. All right, thank you. Good luck. Merry Christmas.
You ready?
Okay.
Jeez.
I'm going to go this way. Good luck.
Sure. All right, next up, I would like to call up the judge, Judge Seidel. There he is. Judge Seidel to administer the oath of office to Councilmember Ann Barrington, Councilmember Josh Rivera, and for the last time, Councilmember-elect Brandy Wilkes. Judge, it's all yours.
Mr. Mayor, Council, Mr. Gazella, employees, friends, family, former elected officials, citizens, it's a pleasure to welcome you to this biannual celebration of civic triumph and democracy. We should not take these moments for granted. In the words of John F. Kennedy, democracy is never a final achievement, it is a call to an untiring effort. We now proceed to swear in our two returning council members and our one new council member. So in alphabetical order, so there is no preference here. Councilmember Barrington. If you please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Ann Barrington,
I, Ann Barrington,
do swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
do swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution and laws of the state of Colorado, and the charter and ordinances of the town of Parker,
and the charter and ordinances of the town of Parker,
and will faithfully perform the duties
and will faithfully perform the duties
of the office of council member
of office of council member
upon which I am about to enter
upon which I am about to enter
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Josh can't wait.
Can I say something after?
Yeah, you can come up. Sure, sure.
Take your time.
Congratulations.
And John Rivera.
Judge.
Hold on, I want to turn the floor over to Councilmember Barrington for comments.
This could be about 15 minutes, so I thought we'd get that over first. I'm kidding, but
Setting the timer, 3 minutes.
okay. I just wanted to thank everyone, and I had to write it down this time because last time I was a bit taken off guard and I didn't have anything prepared. And in the last 2 years, I've definitely gotten a few more gray hairs and the font has gotten a lot larger. So anyway, I'm so grateful and humbled and honored to be here serving another 4 years. And I'm not going to lie, running 3 times in 2 years takes its toll, not only on me, but my family and friends. But I want to thank the people of Parker who have put their trust in me again to represent you. The residents of Parker are the reason I serve every day. I'm confident that our town can and will accomplish great things. As a business owner, homeowner, and community volunteer, I share a common mission that make our neighborhoods, our businesses, and our town a better place. When I look at my 2 daughters and my 2 bonus kids, I am reminded that every decision we make as elected officials shapes the future of this town and impacts the next generation. So my goal over the next 4 years is to leave Parker a better place than I found it. I'm committed to Parker's hometown feel and values and will continue working for families just as hard as I work for my own. So as I said last time, I was a little nervous and I was a bit remiss in thanking the Academy and everyone. And I know I can't thank everyone, but I hope that I can get to most people. So thank you, of course, to all the generous donors in my campaign, all 3 of them. More than 3 donors, but the 3 campaigns. Someone who couldn't be here tonight, Miss Debbie Lewis, and your constant cheerleading. Amy Holland. Chris Schnell, who couldn't be here tonight, he's also getting a little sick, but he was my treasurer, and he's just become such a great friend, and his whole family, Carmen and Landon, your support with signs and banners, float decorating, honkin' waves. I also want to take a minute to thank Chris Vanderpool. Your patience with our campaign reporting, you're a saint.
Just wait till tomorrow.
Shelley Mango for encouraging me to get involved with the Downtown Business Alliance because I don't think I would be where I am today without starting there. And Shelley and Tony for your support with everything, letting us hang banners on your buildings. And thank you to all the landowners who allowed us to put up our banners. Caricia, thank you so much, Caricia Capone, for your willingness to pitch in and help with everything. So my 15 minutes is almost up, I promise. The Todd Allens, thank you for your amazing videography, editing, and more editing, and your friendship, and just all your help. Diana, who's not here, thank you. My team at the Barrington Group, thank you, Christina, who's representing back there, because this takes a lot of time away from you and my team. Brandy and Corey Wilkes, you put a banner on every street corner, not a banner, but banners up everywhere. Your team's responsible for the countless yard signs you saw on every street corner, shopping center, little scrap of grass, anywhere you could find. You guys were amazing, thank you. I also want to thank John Dyack, Josh Rivero. You guys have been great mentors. Thank you for your patience and with all my questions. It's been fun sitting next to Laura, meeting, and just been fun to work with Mayor and Todd. This has just been a lot of, I'm learning a lot. But my kids, my family, and especially my incredibly patient and remarkable husband, for supporting me and for sharing me with the town. I really appreciate everyone and our staff, just amazing. I feel so spoiled because I got to start out with such a great staff, so I don't know any differently. So I'm definitely spoiled. Thank you so much, everyone who's in here. Jim Maloney, Kristen, you guys have just been wonderful. Chief, everyone, thank you. And former mayor, thank you also. So I don't know, I'm sure I'm missing somebody. I get nervous, but thank you again. Sorry for 15 minutes. Michelle, I said staff. Sorry, I need to point you out specifically. Thank you. And everyone, thank you so much. Here's to another 4 years. That's why I said I should wait.
Councilman Rivero, you're up. All right. So. And Ann, if there's anyone you forgot, you can get him in 4 more years. Okay.
Right.
Repeat after me. I, Joshua Rivera. I, Joshua. Swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States. Constitution and laws of the state of Colorado. Constitution and laws of the state of Colorado. And the charter and ordinances of the town of Parker. And the charter and ordinances of the town of Parker. And will faithfully perform the duties of the office of. And will faithfully perform the duties of the office of. Council member. Council members. Upon which I am about to enter. Upon which I am about to enter. To the best of my ability. To the best of my ability. To the best of my ability.
It's fun.
Thank you all. I guess microphone. It's interesting. I didn't spend the time like Ann to create a speech. I spent more time about how I was going to say goodbye to Cheryl than I did about thanking everybody. You know, I think it's apropos that the DBA is so represented here tonight. Many years ago, my journey started with the DDC, which is the first incarnation of the DBA, and I spent every Monday in here anyway, arguing for downtown businesses and watching Mike and Scott and David and Gary and everybody else up here and learning that this wasn't about politics. This was about Parker. So here we are today, 10 years later, and I'm just amazed every time that I get votes. I thank everybody in this room and everybody who's helped us along the way. Mike, obviously, Scott, for encouraging me to run. I didn't think I was a politician. I wear shorts every day. I own a coffee shop, and yet here I am in a bow tie and every Monday and representing the people. It's an honor to sit up here. It's hard work. There's sacrifices. My family, I miss a lot of firsts. I miss a lot of lasts. But I wouldn't change it. This is what I love. I truly want to thank Ann and Brandy. Brandy, your drive is insane, second to none. I don't know where you get your energy, but I contemplated this summer if I was going to run, and it was back and forth. And if it wasn't for the drive of Ann and Brandy, I don't know that I would have. I might have walked off into the sunset. So I thank you guys for reminding me why we serve. And I'm proud to do it again for 4 more years. And I'm going to leave it at that. So thank you all very much.
Brandy Wilkes, you're up.
Josh was making me cry.
Just wait.
Raise your right hand, please. I, Brandy Wilkes,
I, Brandy Wilkes,
do swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
do swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution and laws of the state of Colorado,
the Constitution and laws of the state of Colorado
and the charter and ordinances of the town of Parker,
and the charter and ordinances of the town of Parker,
and will faithfully perform the duties
and will faithfully perform the duties
of the office of council member
of the office of council member
upon which I am about to enter
upon which I am about to enter
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So for the first time, but certainly not the last time, the floor is yours, Councilmember.
Thank you. Is it on?
Gray button. You'd think I'd know that from the SLA. I am so humbled and so honored to be able to serve the town of Parker. I didn't realize how important it was to carry on the legacy of my family until Jeff actually showed up at my door and encouraged me to get more involved in the town. And being the vice chair of the DBA and meeting the DBA, who has now become my second family, and serving on the SLA for Parker, I feel like this is home. Like, this is sanctuary. This is what I'm here to serve for, and seeing every single person out there who supports me, and my husband, who has sacrificed me for a long time now, and my kids, who are willing to sacrifice me more for the people, is just, it's truly amazing. And if it weren't for the support of Josh and Ann, I know I wouldn't be sitting here today. So you guys you're like my pseudo big brother and big sister now, always looking out for me. And I'm excited to serve with the rest of council, and I'm excited to serve the town. So thank you. You're going to make me cry.
And with no other business before this new Parker Town Council, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Brandy?
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Motion is made by Councilmember Wilks, seconded by Councilmember Barrington. Rivero?
Aye.
Wilks?
Aye.
Hendricks?
Yes.
Dyak?
Yes.
Barrington?
Yes.
Hefta?
Yes.
And that motion passes 6-0, and we're adjourned at 7:27.